Happy 2021. Yay. We made it through 2020, y'all. That's so awesome. I hope you've had a fantastic holiday season, and I am super, super excited to share with you the first $1 Million Monday for 2021. And because it's the first week of the new year, I thought it would be fun to look at some of the signals that are in the data and leading indicators that typically start to make their move this time of the year. And that data is what sets us up for the first quarter and gives you the directional insight for the whole year. So let's get to the numbers. So in today's $1 Million Monday, I am giving you an overall view of the entire United States. And as we've been discussing, the available inventory has been the story for this whole past 2020. And we're still dealing with that as of right now. So as of this week, we are coming in with an inventory of just over 419,000 single family homes that are available for sale throughout the entire country. And that is actually down just a little under half from our record low of last year, which came in at 763,000 properties for sale. And you can see in the chart, if you go all the way back where we not too long ago started our inventory with over 1 million homes per year, which is kind of our standard and what we typically have for a spring market. So we're sitting at 60% fewer homes on the market than normal. And this may be our new normal for a while, but as we pointed out before, this is not just a pandemic phenomenon. Again, as you can see, every year for the last decade, we've been losing purchasable inventory to rental properties. Single family homes that would normally hit the market are now being held and used for rental properties. And a lot of that has to do with the interest rates being at record lows pretty much for the past decade. And it's been a really great opportunity to keep that house instead of selling it and renting it out. In fact, there have been 7 million properties that have been held for rental property as opposed to being sold. That comes in at about 7% of our inventory stock, and you can see the impact of that year over year. Our total inventory will continue to go down slightly over the next few weeks, just before the bulk of the spring inventory starts coming into the market. But my bet is, based on the trend that we're currently looking at, we will probably bottom out at just under 400,000 properties, probably around the first week of February. And when you look at the total new listing volume, the new year is always, as you can see in the graph here, the trough. And this year is no exception, with 23,000 new listings coming onto the market this week. Next week, you'll probably see a sharp jump in new listings, and you can see the New Year's column here for the last 5 years. Since our week-to-week inventory listing is about normal, it really underscores that the market this year is a demand-driven market. So if you are a seller out there, this is the time to get your property on the market. And if we're lucky, you guys are listening, and we'll have a more normal curve of listing inventory this year and have more homes to sell into all of this demand, this hyper demand. Like all other booming financial markets, real estate seems to remain completely untouched by any pandemic-related weakness. And lastly, we finally can see how that impacts prices. Single-family homes in the U.S. start 2021 at 338,000. We're finished 10% higher than last year. That's a lot, y'all. The new listing prices will jump next week with the additional inventory. And I like to observe the slope of this January jump each year to see how strong price appreciation will be in the coming few quarters. And as I said, with all other markets, all signs are very bullish for now. So there you have. Thank you so much for joining me for this $1 Million Monday. market update for 2021. Next week, I will be bringing you a full detailed report on Malibu, and then the following week will be New York City. But if you ever are in need of your own personal customized report, go to lauradowdy.com/market report, and you can get all of the information specific to your zip code. And last but not least, make sure you tune into the experimentpodcast.com, where we will provide you an extended forecast every Monday, as well as our Wednesday and Friday updates. Wishing you massive abundance and prosperity, and of course, a healthy and happy start to 2021. See you next week.